everyone. My name is Blake, and today we're going to be covering the transpose function in Excel. So we'll be covering what the transpose function is, why it is important, and then we'll be running through a quick example just to show you how to use the function properly. And today I'm going to be demonstrating this transpose function on our hospital development model. So before we dive into the model, what is the transpose function? Now, if you aren't familiar, the transpose function in Excel is a function that transposes or moves data from one location to another. Specifically, this function rearranges data that was organized into columns into rows and data that was organized in rows into columns. Now, the transpose function is an array function, which means that it only gets applied to more than one cell. So let's go ahead and type in our transpose function in Excel and see what pops up. So as you can see, once I typed it in, there's a single parameter that I have to satisfy before Excel will transpose anything for us. And this parameter is the array. Now, the array in this function corresponds to the range of values you wish to transpose to another location. And when you select your array for the transpose function, you want to be sure that you select everything that you want to be transposed. So if your data has headers, you'll want to select the headers as well. Now, let's dive into our example. So in our hospital development model, we can see that we have LIBOR here. It's a 1-month LIBOR curve, and we have the date on the left and the rate on the right. We can see that the date is one column and the rate is another. Now, what if we wanted dates and rates as rows? So this is a lot of data. Scrolling all the way down, it goes all the way down to row 300. And hard coding 300 rows of data would be a pain. So luckily we have this transpose function, and it'll easily allow us to shift our data in these rows into other rows over here. So first we're going to type in our transpose function right here. Then we're going to select all the data in this array all the way down to that 300. Then you're just going to click enter. And you can see that it transposed the date and the rate over here by month. And now we have what was once organized into columns into rows. Now, what you could also do is take all of this data, select it all, copy it, and then you can go over here and do paste special and transpose. But this will just create duplicate data. When your original data is updated, this data that you've transposed will not update. So that's why the transpose function is the better option in this case. Now, another thing that you can do when you're transposing is if you only wanted, say, about half of this data, you can go over here, select all the cells that you want to transpose data into, and then you're going to click transpose or type in transpose. You're going to do the same thing where you select all of the array down to 300, but this time you're going to hit Control Shift Enter instead of just Enter. And what this will do is it'll only transpose data into the cells that you have selected. So if you only wanted half that data, you can select half the cells. If you wanted to be able to better control that transpose and be able to better control where you want it, this would be the better option versus just clicking in transpose and everything will just appear like we did last time. So let me just show you that one more time. Boom, see the difference here, it went all the way. So this is a really easy way to reorganize large sets of data. When you're working with large sets of data, organization is a very important factor of how you interpret it. Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Thanks for watching.